Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Kid Lee, and it's time to take a look at Darkest Dungeon 2. This is a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG from the developers at Red Hook Studios. As you may or may not know, Darkest Dungeon 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. And going from Darkest Dungeon 1 to Darkest Dungeon 2, one of the big questions was the artwork, the animations, the narration, and what you're doing in the game. Is it possible that they could outdo themselves for Darkest Dungeon 2? Because Darkest Dungeon 1 is a very unique game. So how does Darkest Dungeon 2 hold up? Let's jump in and check it out. So we are essentially starting a new run. So we're going to go ahead and move forward here, and I'll show you what this is all about.
The house on the borderlands, half swallowed by the stain.
So if you've never seen Darkest Dungeon 1 or 2 before, the narrator is a guy by the name of Wayne June. His voice is incredible. So, did they outdo the narration from DD1? Yeah, they did. How about the artwork, sound effects, and pretty much everything else? They did. Spoiler alert, I'm jumping ahead. Denial.
The shackles of denial must be destroyed.
They will be.
We spent long nights immersed in crumbling, worm-eaten volumes, plumbing the forbidden secrets of antiquity.
As one does.
The crossroads. Wait by the lantern's light, and welcome what help may come.
Alright. So the first thing you do in this game is there are a bunch of heroes, which you can see here. You have to select a party of 4 to begin your dungeon crawling. Every class you see here on the screen has multiple specs, and it is something that you can unlock over time. So actually, when you start the game, you only have 4 heroes. Then, like I said, you can unlock the rest, and you can unlock their subclasses and their extra abilities and all that fun stuff. So, for this video, we'll take a Plague Doctor here. I'm actually going to change up the way that she looks. There are cosmetics. So we're going to slot the Plague Doctor into spot number 4.
Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
The combat in this game is essentially a JRPG. So turn-based combat, and your positioning is key. So you'll notice down here at the very, very bottom, there's 4 slots, and this actually does make a big difference. It's literally front line, back line, and then 2 middle. And then you'll notice over here where it says rank and target, this is referring to the Plague Doctor's abilities. So it's saying, well, if the Plague Doctor is in spot 4 or 3, she has a lot of abilities, wherein 1 or 2, not so many. And then when she's targeting the enemies, she can target 1 and 2 the best, but also 3 and 4. But let's go into skills. You can only carry 5 skills into battle, so you have to pick and choose a little bit. And as I mentioned, a lot of the classes can be played multiple ways, so you have to decide, like for the Plague Doctor as an example, am I going to do spell casting? Am I going to do melee? Am I going to do more of a support? So in this particular case, we're going to use the Plague Doctor as our primary healer. So we're going to go ahead and select Battlefield Medicine. We're going to go ahead and select Blinding Gas, which has the ability to blind 2 targets. We'll do Magnetism Rain. We're going to do Plague Grenade, so I can blight dudes. And let's go ahead and take Noxious Blast. And that's going to be it. Alright, we need a tank. So who's going to be our frontline tank? So let's go ahead and select the Man-at-Arms. Again, I'm going to change what he looks like here a little bit.
Pride. more devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
The other thing you'll notice is I undo all the abilities. Up here, this actually changes. So again, he's going to be our frontline tank. So we're going to use Crush. I want to use Defender. We'll use Rampart. We're going to use Retribution. And Stand Fast, maybe? Yeah. All right, now we need 2 DPS. Or a DPS and a support, or some combination. Let's go the Jester.
A murderous melody lingers long after the final chord has been struck.
So I'm going to assign this guy as a support with a little bit of damage. So we're going to take Harvest. Also, if you're like into D&D, this character's kind of like a bard. So Harvest, Inspiring Tune. We'll take Razor's Wit, Fade to Black, Slice Off. And then we need one more. Who should we have as our number 4? We need a really strong DPS. Let's take the Highwayman. Kind of your roguish character.
Hunted, harried, a fugitive seeking to outpace the past.
Now, you'll see on this character, he has a bunch of locked skills. That actually has to do with the story in the game. Every character has story progression, and as you go through that progression, you unlock more of their skills. But yeah, I think that will go ahead and work. One other quick thing that I'll show you is I did mention subclasses or paths, so it's something that you can unlock. And as you see here, these different subclasses do different things. And it actually has to do with the type of build you want to do for the character. So again, if you want to do more of a melee build, healing build, you know, so forth and so on. But for this run, we'll just keep everything like real basic. Let's go.
You came here seeking solace, but found stagnation instead.
So a couple things to note on this screen. You can see all the characters down at the bottom, including their health bar and their stress. Up in the upper left, you have our cart, our armor, and our wheels. So if those get depleted, then we run into a little bit of a problem. Down in the lower right, you see how many regions there are and how close we are to the next inn. So we'll kind of mosey along here.
The winds whip more harshly on the far side of the brook. You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
So the music in this game is absolutely incredible. And as I kind of mentioned before, the animations, the art style, fantastic. So, JRPG combat, turn-based. We have a turn order up at the top of the screen. So, we're starting with our Jester here. I can choose to do any of these abilities, and I'm kind of hiding it a little bit. I'll hide the camera here for just a second. But as I hover over the abilities, you can actually see what they do. So, they're doing so much damage, so much crit. Are they doing a bleed or a blight? Are there, you know, some other status effect that actually happens? You can actually hit control and it'll actually bring up like all of the status effects. So if you ever see something and you're like, wait, what does that mean again? This will tell you. And then you can hover over these things and it will be like, oh, it's added stress or speed or crit or, you know, whatever. All right, let's get this party started. So Fade to Black. I'm selecting that. This is a 3 to 6, 10% to crit, and it's going to move the Jester back 1. We can hover over the enemies and actually get their stats. So we blinded that guy, 50% chance to miss the next attack. Let's work in a little bit of poison here on the front line. So this is going to do 2 to 3 damage, 5% to crit, and then a 30% chance to blight the enemy. He resisted it, even though his resist is only 40%. It's all right. Wicked Slice. But yeah, you can tell the presentation in this is just absolutely incredible. All right, since you're our tank, you better start tanking. So I'm going to pull Retribution. So he's taunting. And not only is he taunting, but he'll also counterattack. Go ahead and pull out pistol shot here. Slowly. Man, he resisted that too. Man, we just can't blight these guys. Razor's Wit. Counterattack. There you go. Ah, we missed him by 1 HP. That's a shame. Hey, we healed a little bit.
Though unpleasant in the extreme, this work is noble and necessary.
All right, so we got some currency, which we'll be able to use at the end to buy some stuff.
Are you shaken? There is so much worse in store.
I should also mention, before we get too much further, as far as the RPG elements, you are able to equip trinkets on your heroes, as well as combat items, or item. You can see right here, like full stats. A lot of this is just resistance, but again, health and speed and all that fun stuff. The game also uses a quirk system. So a yellow quirk is actually good, a blue quirk is bad. So you can see on this one, range skills, -10 damage, and -5 crit. So maybe I can find a doctor and actually fix that problem. That'd be great. You can also rename any of your heroes. It's really good for Twitch streaming. All right, we got the inn up ahead here, so let's see what's going on up here. We are heading towards that mountain there in the distance.
Lower your guard. Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
All right, so an inn is essentially a resting place where you can heal, buff, and do a bunch of other things with your characters. One of the things to note is whenever you go to an inn, you always want to check up here in the upper left. This is essentially randomized. And it's just sort of a bonus for the inn. So heal to 50%, -1 stress, and then -10 to positive relationship chance. Yes, there is a relationship system. We'll get into that later. And then -10 to the negative relationship chance. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the mastery trainer.
Listen. Practice. Improve.
So we have 5 points. We are able to upgrade 5 of our abilities. So I'm going to always start with upgrading our heal. We're going to upgrade Harvest. Harvest is just really good. It's an AoE. You can see here it's going to go to a 3/4 and a 5% chance to crit with increased bleed damage. All right, next, let's do... I think I want to go ahead and do Retribution. So Retribution is going to add a block. So our big guy will taunt, counterattack, and then if somebody tries to hit him, he'll be able to block it for a limited time. Good move to have. All right, 2 left. I'd like to do at least 1 upgrade on every person if possible. Let's go ahead and upgrade your Wicked Slice. Increased damage and crit. Fantastic. And then for our last one, I think I'm going to do Crush. Okay.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
So your coach also has equipable slots. Actually, we picked up this. So before each location, chance to produce a whiskey item, and whiskey is very, very good. So we'll equip that.
Good. An improvement.
Here real quick, I'm actually going to go to the store.
Spend what you can. for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
So I want to go ahead and I want to pick up, I have a couple of pets unlocked, and these pets have really nice, basically passive bonuses. So I'm actually going to pick up the wolf cub.
Anything that lets us travel further is worth the cost.
And then we'll get that guy equipped. Bork, bork. All right. So if we go back to the provisioner, yeah, you can see it's just a lot of random stuff. It's a couple different kinds of currency. But you have your combat items, your inn items, your trinkets, your stagecoach, your flames, and your pets. So usually at this first inn, I don't really ever buy anything. Not unless there's something like big time wrong, but I'd like to just save my money for now. Because you see our guys are at full health. They have no stress. So we'll just move on.
Rain, fire, and rot. Is there no sanctuary from this madness?
So we have 2 paths we can go. Kind of look at the rewards here. So when moving, a 10% chance for crit. Or 5 candles. But the 5 candles are, we have to avoid the hospital. That's fine. I'm farming candles anyway, so.
Another nameless city. Another inferno of mutilation and madness.
But you might be asking yourself, so like, what is the overall goal of this game? It is to get to the mountain and defeat the final boss. And there are multiple stages that you have to do this in. So as you are doing that, you're doing your dungeon crawling, which we're about to do here in a second. You're like meeting friends, you're improving your relationships, you're doing battles, you're getting loot, you know, very RPG-esque type stuff. So let's go ahead and go to the sprawl here real quick and we'll take a look at the map. And this is also randomly generated every time, so you'll never see the same pattern twice.
Behold, the great cities of man, ruined and aflame.
All right, so in Region 2, we have to work our way up this map here, and you can see that there's multiple ways that we can do this. Some of the items you can see, like, again, here's the Hoarder, here's the Field Hospital, here's a Resistance Encounter. There's a lot of random stuff that'll pop up. There's a Watchtower, here's an Unknown. So yeah, we just have to make our way all the way to the end. So we'll see what happens here. Another big part of this game, same as Darkest Dungeon 1, is the light. Essentially, the stronger the light is, the better it is for you. The weaker the light, the harder it is. We're going to move ahead here. So you'll see that we have 3 ways to go. We can go any way that we want. And then down at the bottom, our characters are actually saying, hey, I want to go this way. And if you follow their direction, they lose a stress. If you go against them, they gain a stress. So our Jester wants to go to the Watchtower, so sure, let's go to the Watchtower.
See the debris ahead? That is where they'll make
So
their
you'll see
move.
that our Man-at-Arms now has a white box under stress. All right, we're all getting armor at the start, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and burn them.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Wicked Slice. Nice. 14. All right, taunt time. Bad move on your part, buddy. Same for you. All right, let's plague him up. So you can see all the dots stacking on this character over here. Yeah, she's only got 1 HP, and she's bleeding and burning and blighted. She's done. That was quick and easy. Oh, we got another trinket. So I'm actually going to equip that on you, I think. Oh, did I pick up a combat item? Oh, it's nothing crazy. Chalk dust, remove stealth. We'll equip it, probably won't use it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, maybe we'll run across a hero shrine and be able to do a little bit of the story.
Everywhere, in all directions, destruction has claimed dominion.
Oh, there is a hero shrine up on... We'd have to go left side, though. Yeah, because we have to avoid the hospital. So we could go hero shrine and then over into Hoarder. Not a bad idea. So I guess we're going to be doing story for the Highwayman.
Though decidedly inconvenient, at least we know what's coming.
Do we, though? Oh, we just lost one of our wheels there. Or had a damaged wheel. There we go. So this is basically like a random encounter along the road. So we enter in the building and we find this. And so now your people are essentially giving their opinions on what we should do. So our highwayman is like, we should loot it, and we have a chance to get a quirk and a trinket. And the grave robber agrees and says, yes, we should loot it, but I think we'll get a combat item and a mixed, or quirk mixed. The other big part of this system is you'll notice that when you hover over them, there's a yellow glow. That has to do with the relationship system. Since the two of them agree on this situation, they're going to get a positive relationship marker. Sometimes you'll do this and you'll see like 2 are yellow, 1 is blue. So the person that's essentially odd man out, who's disagreeing, is going to get a negative relationship for, let's say, the other 2. So you have to be kind of careful on what you're doing. But yeah, let's go trinket. So you saw there 10 of 20. So if you're able to actually get a relationship maxed out, then for the next region, the 2 of them team up and they're like super, super powerful, which is really, really cool. 10% damage per positive token. 10% damage taken per negative token. That was not bad. I'm actually going to give it to our tank, because he's going to have more positive tokens than anything else. Hopefully. Uh-oh. You'll also see down at the bottom of the screen, they're kind of having random conversations with each other, and that also goes into the relationship system. Again, like a gold pop-up is good, blue pop-up is bad.
By confronting the past, we learn to face the future.
So, as I mentioned, you have to do story in this game in order to unlock additional abilities for all of the heroes. So at a Shrine of Reflection, that's how you do the story stuff. And we're going to see Chapter 1 for the Highwayman.
Highwayman. Chapter 1. Freedom. A prison riot. A fleeting chance to escape incarceration.
Now, sometimes the story are little set pieces like this, and then other times the narrator just essentially reads you a story. So it's pretty nice. So what do we have here? We have Lunging Cuff, which deals damage. pushes me forward and gives me a block. We also have stone missile, which will give me dodge and remove me being sighted, I guess. Beat up these guards. In your face. He's going to blow his horn. I'm gonna keep bashing him here. Ah, you think so, huh? All right. Hey, they have weapons. I don't. All right, guys. I see how it is. I'm also outnumbered 4-1, which is not great. Good dodge. And death for you. Uh-oh. We have been alarmed. Keep smacking. So these guys are comboed so I can do increased damage to them with my knee strike. Go ahead, blow the horn. You're gonna be dead here in a minute. This prison cannot hold me. He's like, watch, I'll summon more guards. No, you're not. You're done.
He would be a fugitive, a hunted man, but a free one nonetheless.
So our new skill, point blank shot, which is not something I'm going to use currently. You are able to freely swap skills in and out as long as you're not in combat, so that's pretty cool.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
3 of them wanted to go to the hospital, but we can't. Actually, I wish we were going to the
Stumbling
hospital.
and grasping, shadows of what they once were.
More low-level undead guys. All right, retribution. Actually, I guess I didn't realize that taunt is considered a negative token. I suppose. Something else you're able to do, if you ever run across like a really crazy enemy and you want to know more about them, there is like a full inspection page. But also if you run across them for the first time and you look at their skills, it'll be like, I don't know what their skills are. You have to kind of wait and see what the skill is, and then it identifies it. There, he's blighted. 4 for 3. Not bad. Alright, are you dead now? Yep. And, oh, okay, well, he's not quite dead, but she'll bleed out.
A righteous action.
Unless we kill her first. Yep.
Though unpleasant in the extreme, this work is noble and necessary.
Alright, let's keep it going. So far, we're doing incredible. This game can get really, really hard sometimes. So far, I'm making this look easy, but it's not, it gets crazy. So the Hoarder is essentially just another vendor. Sells a bunch of like random stuff. I'm not gonna spend any money on him, so. So we're at 29 leagues to the inn. Yeah, this place is kind of on fire.
Centuries of human learning and achievement ruined by riotous contempt.
Oh, here we got something like bandit guys. All right, take them out. Yeah, again, that ability being an AoE and causing bleed is just so good.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Now we're bled 3 for 3.
Steady yourself.
Wow, we actually got hit a little bit there. So I haven't talked about it too much, but yeah, this white bar at the bottom is your stress meter. Basically, if your stress maxes out, your character's resolve is tested, and it can either go good or bad. It goes bad most of the time. Basically, it means they freak out. And when you freak out, you lose all your health, and your other companions get, like, essentially mad at you. Or, of course, it can go the opposite way, and they become, like, heroic, essentially. And then everybody, it's like a rallying cry, you know? So you want to try and keep your stress levels down. That's, again, why we have the Bard. He can do that. That's right, you can't attack me without... So yeah, here's an Inspiring 2, -2 stress. There we go. There you go, buddy. That Wicked Slice is doing some serious work. So he's still bleeding 3 for 2. I can go ahead and cleanse it with my Battlefield Medicine. Gotta use them heals. Nice counter death blow. And then he immediately got bled again. It's like, whatever. Alright, now it's even worse. Now it's 6 for 2. Doesn't matter, it's over. Hey, we got that heal. Nice.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
All right, mosey on. Just had to check stats there.
Lament the knowledge taken by the fires of these fanatics.
I don't know if we want to go to the burning pile. Look at these guys. So again, it's asking us our opinions. So the man-at-arms wants to leave. If we leave, we're getting stress and we're reducing our flame level. Again, remember the flame needs to be as high as possible. The Jester also wants to leave. Plague Doctor says fight. So again, this is a 2v1, and you can see where the blue is, and you can see where the gold is. So, tough decision. If we attack, then our Jester and our man-at-arms is going to get mad. Or if we leave, then the Plague Doctor is going to get mad. We'll leave and we'll take the relic penalty. So you saw the +1, -2.
The loathing whispers.
So it's like if you're counting, you're like, okay, I need to like mend that relationship some way, somehow. We're kind of split here. A bunch of people want to go to the assist encounter, so I guess we'll go there. It's like a half and half. Road fight.
The lost souls of a dying world, empty of hope and humanity.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, shields up. I dare you to attack me now. Again, there's our AoE. We comboed them, we bled them. Let's burn them. We're stacking dots.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Oh, we got a horrified. Alright. Do we... Are you burning out? You're burning out. Are you burning out? Okay, both these guys are dead. I don't really need to do anything, but...
Straightforward.
Oh, I forgot about this. Well, he was invisible anyway. I thought there was only the two front guys left. It's like, nope. Doesn't matter. Take him out.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
Alright, do we have the big fight next? No. Got one more thing before that. These people want to talk. Alright, we have a 30 flame within items, flame combat, and minus relics, but flame and stagecoach. So, this case, all three of them agree, which is great. And our light is at 48. I will take the in items. That's bleed resist until the next in. Great. Alright. We're moving on to the big fight. Be interesting to see how quickly we get through this. Alright. Very weird creatures. The candle guy at the back is purely for like support and buffing the other ones. So we gotta try and kill the candle guy as quickly as possible. The front two are just heavy hitters, and then the guy in the middle is kind of a support with a little bit of damage. Our light is getting a little low as well. Don't give him healing. The last thing that we need right now. Yeah, he's like mind blasting us. That stresses us out. Alright, double plague grenade. We got them both. Retribution. Front guy just stealthed himself. Let's go ahead and... So what's our situation here? I think I'm going to go ahead and plague grenade him again. Got them both again. Just keep stacking dots. Stacking bleeds.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
2 and a 1. 8 and a 5.
Yourself.
So now we're actually bleeding. I'm going to go ahead and defend her here. So we're going to do some guards. I'm going to guard the frontline guys. Okay, that guy died. The candle guy's not dead yet. He's blighted for 6. He's got 7 HP. Retribution. Let's do a heal on... Actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait just a second. Oh, he's healing. Alright, let's inspire. Alright, now we just gotta deal with the DPS. Concentrate on the second one. He's buffing up. He's gonna go crazy. Can we shut him down before he does it? Alright, one to go. Problem is this one is currently invisible. We can't see him. All right, let's heal. Ah, you're not invisible anymore. We can see you. Again, more blocking. Tank's got a tank. Just trying to reduce our stress a little bit. Okay, let's go. Heal for you. You see, that gave a positive relationship as well. He's like, thanks for healing me. Fade to black. Stacking dots. All right, we got him at death's door. One good hit. Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Got a couple of trinkets. We got some more money.
The loathing abates.
All right, now we can just go to the inn. So that's what a region looks like.
The hearth calls out to the weary.
So yeah, as I mentioned, it's basically a dungeon crawler, sort of a choose your own adventure. So we'll go back to the inn and we can heal up and rest and all that. And then sort of the final thing I'll show you. I'm gonna get interrupted here in a second, so I'm gonna wait.
The fire is lit. The table is set.
The inn awaits its favorite guests.
Oh, thank you. So as I mentioned, this is also a roguelike. And so your question might be, okay, so that means you're going to die a bunch. So what is the overall progression look like? Well, let me show you. So as you've probably noticed, as we've been traveling along, we've been collecting candles. So candles are your account currency. So what we'll do is we're going to do an end expedition. Normally you would not do this, by the way, but just for video purposes.
Shall we continue? Or is the lesson too demanding?
So we got 23 candles on this run. So we're going to go to something called the Altar
Learn
of Hope.
from each attempt. Deepen your understanding. And victory will come.
All right. So yeah, we'll just go to this.
Forward now, into Oblivion's inky embrace.
All right. So yes, you are collecting these candles to make yourself stronger. How do you make yourself stronger? Bunch of different ways. So first of all, we have the Intrepid Coast.
Wisdom will help you choose a path. Resourcefulness will ensure you survive it.
So you see here, we've got stuff like the Journey and Companionship and Renown. Each of these little sort of dots gives you stuff. So inventory slots, stagecoach item, you know, scouting locations. So you put the candles into these and you're making your next run stronger. And then the run after that and the run after that. After that, we got the working fields. So this is how you unlock more trinkets, combat items, stagecoach items, and inn items. We got the living city. This is really the big one. So this is all the heroes in the game. This is how you unlock them, and this is how you make them stronger, and this is how you unlock their subclasses. And we got the Timeless Wood. So this I actually don't have unlocked yet, but it has to do with hero memories. We got the Mountain. And this is all cosmetic stuff. So just for fun here, we'll go ahead and we'll do, we'll pull some cosmetics here. So you can see what
Variety.
it looks like.
Superfluous for some, a necessity for others.
All right, let's go back to the, is it Living City? Yeah. Which character was I upgrading next? That is the magical question. What character do I want to do next? I guess it's probably the Highwayman, because that's the one we started story stuff on. So yeah. So this is unlocking the rogue path. It's going to cost us, what, 2 candles?
A little more light, a little more strength.
All right. Grab that one. I'm basically going to just burn through, like, all my candles.
The true splendor of a world, those who live within it.
Death blow resist, that's always good. Toughness. So that'll leave me with 4 left. So let's go back to the working fields. Let's unlock 1, 2. Yeah, let's do 1 stagecoach.
Though infrequent, our pastoral retreats were always
nice.
welcomed by the hardy folk of the fields.
Increased damage. Let's do 1 trinket.
Every twinkling recollection is another implement at our disposal.
So end turn, speed increase by 15% or a 15% chance, and then gain on miss days at 20%. Okay. 1 combat item.
A welcome advancement in the science of survival.
Yeah, not bad. All right. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is Darkest Dungeon 2. So yeah, as you've seen, the artwork, the animation, the narration, the gameplay is absolutely fantastic. So if you're into like dungeon crawlers, I highly recommend this game. There's very few bad things to say about this. Personally, I feel like I still prefer what you're doing in Darkest Dungeon 1 a little bit better, but Darkest Dungeon 2 is better in like everything else. So it's a very, very cool little game. So yeah, I haven't beat it yet, but definitely working on it. But very, very cool. So with that, we'll wrap up the video right there. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.